wisdom beyond space and time. Lunar affinity, light the way. Guided protection, here to stay. On your path the truth unfolds. Guides will whisper, stories told. Let your journey now begin. In the magic, let's dive in.
So tell me, what do the cards reveal? What's the truth they conceal? She's the high priestess with the key to every question that's haunting me. A lover's heart or a warning from the past. In the tyrant's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place.
Tarot's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truths come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place. The moonlight glows, the veil is thin. Lunar affinity will call again. Thanks for walking in the light, where guides whisper pure insight. Until we meet, the cards will wait. Mystic whispers guide your fate. With every message our spirits send, for cosmic dreams our souls transcend. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. Appreciate it. All right. Remember, if you're dropping a question, it has to be a yes/no format. I don't do either ors, and if I don't do multiple questions in one question, so straight out yes, no, one thing. So you say, "Does he miss me?" and want to call me. I'm only going to answer, "Does he miss me?" Okay, so we're not going to get super specific with yes nos. Those are free. They're a courtesy. If you want more information, you do have to donate for that. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that you're being very specific with your questions and asking them how you want them to be asked and answered. Make sure you're only posting one time. I only need your question once and we're good to go. If you post multiple times or multiple questions, I'm only going to answer the first question that I see. I will try to go in order as best as possible. Make sure you guys are liking the live stream if you dropped a yes no question. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, first up we have teats. I am getting a yes for teat, ace of pentacles, space cowboy. Space cowboy, no. Seven of cups. Hood mystic. Hood mystic, no. Five of cups, hanged man. Brittany, yes. Queen of swords. Sonali. It's not decided yet. Seven of swords. This is a maybe for me. So I think that you just have to spend some more time together or give it some more time to know for sure. I'm getting a no, Amy. Five of wands. Sienna. Oh, Sienna, I hope I'm wrong. I'm getting a no, the tower. Margaret. Yes, Knight of Wands. Kaiser.
Kaiser, I also got your donation. Kaiser, I'm leaning towards a no right now. Death, but death means transition, and I also have the 3 of Wands. So this could change in the near future, but I'm getting a no right now. I think what I'm feeling is that she's just not wanting a relationship right now, period. It's not specifically about you. Unique, I'm getting a yes for your question. Knight of Pentacles. Sweet Rita, yes. King of Swords. Cherry Blossom. Yes. 8 of Pentacles. Maybe at work. EB Tarot. No. 5 of Cups. Bodhi, stop. Bodhi. You're welcome, Margaret. You're welcome, Amy. You're welcome, Rita. Cherry Blossom. Chibi. I'm getting a no. 5 of Wands. Gemini. No. 5 of Cups. Pure Hearts. Yes. 4 of Wands. Sweeter. Yes. Queen of Cups. Langland. I'm getting a no right now, Langland. I have the Knight of Swords. So, Langland, either you're not supposed to know, or maybe that will change, or maybe it's a no. I'm not sure. Sometimes if we don't get an actual answer, sometimes there's certain things you're not supposed to know just yet. You're welcome, Langland. You're welcome, sweeter. Let's see. On Schumann. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, Page of Wands. The card that I pulled for you is the Two of Swords, so it could go either way. I think you've got to ask this person out, okay? I don't think it's just going to fall in your lap. I think you're going to have to make a move, take an action. You're welcome. All right, let me update the donation list real quick. Aww, we got an angel giveaway, guys. That's so sweet. All right, so IJ sent for an angel giveaway. So after we do Kaiser's turn, we'll announce the winner, okay? Kaiser, if you're in here, check in with me. Hey, Kaiser, so I have you down for a BOGO reading. So you can post your question whenever. Oh, there we go. Hey, lovely. Thank you for the donation. Let me add you to the list as well. All right, let's shuffle for Kaiser. Oh, you said, do you want me to post your questions? Yeah. Okay. I got your first question. Let's see what that one is here. How does Pisces currently think, feel? What does she want out of this connection? Are those your two questions, Kaiser? First, what does she think and feel for you? And then the second BOGO, what does she want out of the connection? Those are your two questions, right? All right, you got it. So she wants you to know that she misses you. Like misses like having, well, no, because maybe you guys do communicate. I'm not sure if you guys are in communication right now. But I feel like she's just saying she misses you, just like misses you in general, wishes that she could spend more time with you in person or talking to you. She says you feel like home to her. She is aware that she hasn't been available in the way that you might want her to be. And she feels sad about that, but at the same time, I feel like she feels like it's what she needs to do. There are some regrets here, I do feel. I have the Six of Cups, and so that makes me feel like she is looking for you to talk. You just talk to her. Okay, perfect. So I think she is wanting to spend more time with you. The Six of Cups talks about reconciliation and reunion, which is why I was like, maybe she misses you, but I took that wrong because clearly she's more excited about the reuniting part itself of that card. So this indicates the desire for more in-person connection, more face-to-face, spending more time with you, talking to you on the phone. Six of Cups indicates that she feels like a level of comfort and familiarity with you that maybe is hard for her to find somewhere else, nor does she necessarily want to find it somewhere else. I think that she enjoys the time that she spends with you. I do see here with the Nine of Pentacles, though, that regardless of how she feels for you and how much she enjoys being in your company, there is a sense of independence. There is a sense of separation. There is a sense of, I still need to be doing my own thing. And I need to kind of like still be on my own for a little while. So I feel like there's almost like a double personality with her, which does come a lot with Pisces. Okay. Pisces, Gemini, Libra. I think those are probably the three zodiacs, sun signs or whatever signs that I feel have that duality to them where they can be one thing and feel one thing and do something completely different. Pisces is that mirrored energy where if she wants to do something and she feels like she wants to do something, doesn't necessarily mean she's going to act on it. But basically, what I'm getting, Kaiser, is that there's like this feeling that you guys get around one another, but you still can tell that she's keeping you at a distance. You can still tell that there's a wall up or that there's like something that's not quite being said. And I feel like that's where she's comfortable. There's like this aspect of her that wants to be close to you and wants to spend time with you. So I don't know if this is like a psychological thing or a literal physical thing that's stopping you guys from being together. So some examples of this would be that maybe she's like, I have a goal that I want to achieve before I get together with Kaiser. I have a degree to get. I have a career goal in mind. I have a plan for myself that I can't deviate from. Again, this is all psychological because it's not a literal block that's stopping you guys from being together, but she's making it feel like it is a literal block that stops you guys from being together. This could also just have to do with her psyche. It could talk about her in her mind having all of these like desires and urges when it comes to you. However, she doesn't allow herself to fully go there with you for whatever reason. This could be because of her past. This could be because of your history together. This could be because maybe she's not ready for a relationship. There's a lot of reasons as to why, but I'm just hitting a wall. I'm hearing and feeling. I really enjoy spending time with Kaiser. I really like hanging out. I like seeing him. I want to spend more time with him. I want to feel close to him, but I don't know if I'm ready to take the next step. And that's kind of where I feel she kind of keeps you. You guys hover in that place. I feel a lot more effort to say from your end, more energy from your side that's being put into this connection. I do feel like she is feeling, I don't know if you would, I don't know if I would say expectations. Maybe you don't necessarily put expectations onto her, but I feel like she feels that she's not, maybe it's her guilt, maybe it's her own conscience. She feels like she's not giving to you the way you would be willing to give to her. And so there is a little bit of that pressure there for her on her end. She's saying that the longer she's in your life, the stronger her feelings get for you. She thinks about you a lot, and she says, this isn't over for me. So I think that you can walk away, at least from this reading, knowing that she intends on being in your life for a very long time. Let's see what her end goal is here, though. Let's see what she wants out of this connection with you. All right, what does she want out of this connection with Kaiser? I'm seeing a lot of Three of Cups energy. So it was in your last reading and it's in this reading. Kaiser, does she strike you as someone who is monogamous, or do you think that she would be wanting more of like an open poly relationship? I ask this because the Three of Cups usually indicates wanting a third person. Now, with tarot, it can specifically mean like she intends or wants to, make you her plus one to other events. It can talk about like celebrations and, you being her date and socializing and things like that. But a lot of times, Three of Cups talks about indulging in third party relationships, third party, like having a third in the relationship itself, or her maybe not wanting a relationship that's monogamous, her wanting one where she can kind of still see other people. So if that resonates for you, or if you have any suspicions of that at all, just be aware of that. Thanks, babe. I see here. Oh, you've never even gotten to that point or even left the ground. So it's possible that maybe she's not like a relationship person. Because I think your question earlier in the yes no was, does she want a relationship with you? And I said I got like a maybe, but most likely not, or not right now, or something along those lines. So it makes me wonder if maybe relationships just aren't her thing with this third party energy. I do see with the devil that I think she'd want a physical relationship with you. I also have the 10 of Cups too. So I'm not trying to scare you into thinking that she doesn't want a monogamous relationship. I just think that that's a possibility here that you guys would have to communicate at some point. Or maybe she wants a relationship with you that's open, or the option of revisiting maybe like a third party or something. Because the 10 of Cups is also here. And so the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups were also in your last reading that I just did. So it indicates to me that maybe it's possible she'd, the emojis, she'd want you guys to be like the main, but like the possibility of other things, I don't know. Because like the 10 of Cups, it reminds me of those people who are like married and they emotionally invest in one another and their relationship is super strong and they have like these rules and like they're the main, and as long as they're happy, healthy, safe, then they can feel comfortable inviting a third party into their relationship in whatever capacity that is. So it makes me feel like she would be open to like a strong romantic connection with you that's like lasting, potentially into marriage and things like that, because it's the 10 of Cups, with the possibility of like a third party situation. So I'm not trying to out her. I'm not trying to put like assumptions onto her. I'm simply just trying to interpret the cards that I'm seeing in front of me as a possibility. So I could be completely off base. I could be, you could talk to her and be like, what are you looking for? Are you into the idea of a relationship? um maybe I'm way off base, maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe she would be like, hell no, I'd never want a third party relationship, but I'm interpreting the cards that I see in front of me, which is why I'm bringing it up. Okay, so to answer your question, she intends on being in your life for a long time. 10 of Pentacles. I don't see her walking away from you. I don't see her wanting to walk away from you. She wants to spend more time with you. I think ultimately a relationship is what she is looking for from this connection. Ultimately, is it something she wants right now? Not necessarily. I think that she's open to a physical relationship that maybe turns into something more. So I think, Kaiser, when it comes to your Pisces, you will have to just kind of be open to wherever she's at and just try to get on that same page with her. And at any point, if you feel it's out of your comfort zone or it's not what you're looking for, then you guys have to have that conversation at that time. But I can feel and sense that she wants to spend more time with you. I can feel and sense that she likes being in your company. I can tell that has no plans of going anywhere. And that she is open to a relationship down the line. I just don't think it's something she's looking to jump into right this second. You said, no, it's cool. You get it and understand. You get it. Yeah. So you guys will just have to figure out what works best for both of you and go from there. Wow, that's read. Really appreciate it, though. At least it won't be a shock if it's truly a third person she wants. Yeah, it is kind of crazy sometimes when that kind of stuff comes through. I will say it's not often. I don't really sense that very often, but at the same time, like if I am picking up on that, then I will say something just because these two cards that I pulled for you, I pulled these same exact cards for the first and second reading. And I was thinking to myself, and then sometimes also the 10 of cups is signified by like rainbows, and on occasion I see that as like pride, or I see that as like non-traditional or non-conformative relationships. And so just it was just something about the combination and repeating message that I was like, maybe I should tell him, maybe I should say something. All right, guys. So this is the giveaway time. And Kaiser, you're very welcome. If you would like to enter the angel giveaway, drop a green heart in the chat. This is a free mini reading that IJ was kind enough to donate for. Angel readings are basically when a donor will come in and send money to me to bless someone in the chat with a reading from me. And tonight is a free mini reading. So we want to thank IJ for that donation. That was super sweet and super nice of you to do that for us. Oh, I get the whole pride thing. I hope it's another girl and another dude. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe so. Let me stop. But again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the reading. You're welcome, Kaiser. I hope you have a great night. All right, so anybody that's in here right now is welcome to enter the angel giveaway for a free mini reading. Drop a green heart in the chat for me, please, if you want to enter. You're welcome, guys. You're very welcome. Thanks, Kaiser. After we announce the giveaway winner, we'll be doing that reading, whoever wins. And then Eliana's a donation after that. All right, Amy, we got you, girl. I'm going to leave this open for another minute or two, and then we'll select a winner. All right, guys. We are locked in. Everyone has a 25% chance of winning. Good luck, everyone. Danny. Danny is the winner. Congratulations, Danny. Yay. All right, Danny. So what I need from you is to drop your question in the chat right now, and I will pull some cards for you. Thank you again to IJ for donating for the angel giveaway. You're welcome. It was IJ. Okay, Amy, have a good night, girl. All right, Danny. So, Danny, you have a lot of major arcana cards coming up in your reading tonight. So, what that tells me is that there's definitely something important. You're welcome. That you need to learn through this connection with Roger. A lesson or something pivotal to your character, something important. This is an important connection. Regardless of whatever happens between the two of you, there's like something big for you and your journey and your path that comes out of this connection that you have with Roger. All right. The Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Devil, and the Fool. They're all major arcana. They signify major life themes. This person with the Wheel of Fortune could indicate a past life experience together where karma is balancing out. Justice also speaks to a contract. It talks about things that need to be settled. So this could indicate that you guys were supposed to meet in this life to settle a contract, settle a past life agreement, to settle and rebalance and restore karma. Okay. The devil here talks about the things that hold you back, don't allow you to be the best version of yourself. And the fool indicates just being generally like more on maybe like the gullible, naive side, wanting to just kind of like live life and just do your own thing. So I'm going over the basics of those cards just so you can understand the themes that are coming up here. In terms about his feelings for you, the first card out we have is the Seven of Swords. So I feel like when it comes to Roger, this is not necessarily the best card to come out. It can talk about how, on a positive note, that the feelings that Roger has for you are there. But on a negative note, it indicates that he doesn't wish to share them, elaborate them. A lot of times, this card can indicate that you're his dirty little secret, basically. A lot of times, this card can indicate that he likes the idea of having feelings for you. If you guys are in communication, maybe even spending time with you, but he's not blasting this information to the public. He's keeping it on the down low, low key, whatever. He's just basically trying to keep it private between the two of you. Another positive thing from this card indicates that he feels very much himself with you, that he feels like he can be himself with you. He can explore deeper parts of himself, or feels that if you guys were to spend time together, that he could explore deeper parts of himself. Maybe have some new experiences, really be able to just kind of pull the mask off and just be more vulnerable with you. So he kind of sees you as someone who he can confide in and just like unleash and unload his deepest desires and inner secrets and all of that stuff. He feels very comfortable with you and confident in your connection, that he can trust you. But the negative aspect of the Seven of Swords, it can talk about how you may not be able to trust him. You may feel that maybe he's keeping something from you potentially. Or that, sorry, I'm getting notifications. Let's see. Oh, okay, private reading. That you may feel like he's keeping you at arm's length. You may feel that you're not quite able to really get to the bottom of whatever this is between the two of you. So this indicates to me that while he feels comfortable and connects with you, it's maybe more on his terms, because the comfort that he feels with you and the trust that he feels with you does not resonate with how you feel and trust him. You have deep conversations and lack of trust is resonating. So I want you to know that he feels fully comfortable with you. I want you to know that he fully trusts you and he feels like he can be vulnerable with you and tell you his deepest, darkest thoughts. Okay. The problem is that with this type of energy, it doesn't go both ways. So you would feel like something's missing. Like you're like, okay, that's cool that he feels like he can come to me and tell me things, but I feel like he doesn't come to me and tell me things. And so that feels a little off balance, which indicates to me that he feels lucky to be in the position that he is with you. But the effort is not being reciprocated. The effort is not mutual. The effort is not balanced. And we have justice here, and that's all about balance. It's all about wanting to feel like whatever we're putting into the connection, we're getting out of it. It's the Libra energy. Libra is the scales. Libra wants to feel like things are even. So I feel like from his perspective, he feels like he has the upper hand. And I don't want to assume anything about you, Danny, but from his perspective, he has access to you, which means that you make yourself too accessible to him, which means that it's a matter of convenience for him. If he wants to talk to you, you'll respond. If he wants to see you, you'll make yourself available. It seems very one-sided, if that makes sense. And now you could potentially be setting boundaries that I don't know about when it comes to that. But if you would agree that you make yourself too available for this person when he hasn't earned it, I think that's something to just reanalyze. because from his perspective, he feels like he can just flutter in and out of your life and that you'll accept him at any point. And so he feels because of that, he doesn't need to make like this big effort with you. The Fool is very much like la ti da. I don't have any baggage. I'm not going to be attached to Danny. I don't owe her anything. There's no commitment. I'm just fluttering through life and doing my own thing. And when I want to see her, I will. And when I don't, I won't. So I just want you to keep that in mind from him, and from his perspective. You said I was too available, but after our last discussion, I started to put up boundaries. So that's good. And I'm happy to hear that. I think that those boundaries you're putting in place, it's going to take some adjustments and some time for things to start to balance out between the two of you. And then I think at that point, we'll be able to really see what his true feelings are deep down. Because right now, the energy from him is, what can Danny do for me? What can I get out of her? Like, how can she serve me is the perspective. I'm not receiving like genuine feelings for you, romantic feelings for you, maybe physical and sexual feelings for you. So I think that the balancing that I was mentioning before with you setting boundaries now, that's going to have to play out and see if that gains respect. See if that makes Roger respect you and your time more, makes him feel like he needs to be a little bit more forward, a little bit more proactive, and not just try to connect with you when he sees fit, if that makes sense. We'll see how much more effort he's willing to put into this. The problem is that he might be the type of person that wants an easy connection, wants one, like if you're not setting the standards, he's not going to either. That's what it feels like to me. And so we have to see if that's the type of person that wants a connection with you once you set those boundaries, or if he's just looking for something easy. Because if he's just looking for something easy, now those boundaries are set, he might move on. So like I said, it's going to take some time for this to balance itself out. But bottom line is, I'm not picking up strong romantic ties towards you. But that could potentially be because you're now setting standards, and maybe then feelings will grow. Does this make sense to you? I hope it's making sense. Yeah, okay. You're very welcome. Lovely, are you in here? Hey, Chica. So I definitely felt a gap between us, and I appreciate the reading. You're welcome. Channeling from M. All right, lovely. Give me a few to get that together for you. You're funny. All good, girl. No worries. The good thing is that I always send you your copy. So if you're not here for whatever reason, you'll always still have it no matter what. Almost done. All right, girl. So he says, let me make sure I'm not on mute. Okay. He says, I have been afraid of what I felt for you, of how strong it was, and of losing control. You got close to the real me, and I didn't handle that with the respect it deserved. I wanted you and I needed you, but I don't know how to love, and that's the truth. I don't know how to make a relationship not revolve around my own insecurities or fears, and I didn't want to burden you with that. And on a deeper note, I wasn't ready to face that myself. I still want you. I still want to reach out and say something, anything to see if there's still something left in you for me. But that's selfish because I need to make sure I'm what you deserve first. I don't want to come back unless I know it can be different. So here's the thing, Eliana. I feel like there's so much pent up within him that wants to communicate with you that I truly don't know how he'd be able to go forward with the rest of his life without communicating with you, which is why I feel very strongly that he is going to reach out to you at some point. I think you would be like the one that got away. You would be the one that was always like in the back of his mind. And I think I just don't think he's going to be able to help himself at a certain point. I think you're going to hear from him and it might come the message from him itself might not be surprising. Like hearing from him might not be surprising because you kind of like known that might be something that happens. But I think when it happens, I think it's still going to shock you just because it's been so long since you have heard from him. But I feel like he's not going to be able to sit on this for forever. I don't really foresee a world in which he's able to just walk away and move forward and like never communicate with you again because there's so much unexpressed feelings there that I feel like he would want to say his piece. And I feel like he's a decent enough person where he'd want to give you that closure too. So I think what it comes down to is like him determining, have I really changed? Am I different? Am I better? Or am I just bringing her the same thing that I've already brought to the table? Am I bringing something new? And then there's also the fear and insecurity of rejection, of you like not really caring at all if he reaches out to you. And that requires him to work on himself and be confident in himself, which he hasn't been, and to not really care whether he has to find a confidence that detaches himself from the outcome. He has to feel like, okay, if she reaches out, amazing. If she doesn't, at least I said my piece. He needs to get to that point with like confidence. And I feel like once he hits that, then you'll hear from him. So yeah, that is what I've got for you, girl. You should have that message in your messages now. You say you've actually been chilling. How's life? Are things going good for you over there? Things are good. That makes me happy. Makes a lot of sense, and in a way I appreciate him staying where he's at if he's not going to bring something different. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I agree with that. I think that's a good thing. Um and lovely, I mean, if you meet someone else in the meantime, then you meet someone else. Like, we can't rush someone else's process and someone else's journey just as much as we can't slow our own down, you know? But I'm happy to hear things are good for you. Thank you so much for your donation tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great rest to your week. I hope you have a good Memorial Day tomorrow. And I'm sure I'll see you soon. Good. I'm happy to hear that. All right, friends. Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw a last call on the screen. So if anybody else wants to send a donation in, they can. If nothing comes through in the next couple of minutes, then I'll go ahead and sign off for the night. Thanks, friend. All right, chickadees, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the evening. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good night, everyone.